My name is Rosa Rosello. I come from Spain. I came to Germany to study chemical engineering, and after my study I started with a PhD in the institute from Professor Posten, Bioprocess Engineering Institute, and then I work with microalgae, with the red microalgae Porphyridium purpureum, and I was working during my PhD. I determined the influences of light-dark cycles in the growth of microalgae.
Okay.
So we developed a new light system with light diodes for a small model photobioreactor in order to have homogeneously light distribution inside the reactor, and to determine by ourselves how quick or how slow these light-dark cycles should be. And because this is important, in all the photobioreactors you have light and dark zones, so the microalgae grows under these light-dark cycles. And you need to know which frequencies are good or bad for the growth of microalgae. So that was the main point of my PhD. I'm working now in the institute of Professor Posten as a postdoc, and I coordinate so the work of microalgae in the institute, and help Posten when represent also the institute in congress or conferences.
Okay. So yeah, during the PhD, when you were in PhD, were you paid? Were you
paid money?
Yeah?
Yes, I get money.
Yeah.
We paid.
Okay. Well, yeah. Was it easy to find a position here to get your PhD? How did you knew about this?
Yes, it was. It was for me easy because before I begin with the PhD work, I make my master work at the same thema, working with Porphyridium purpureum, and when I finish my master work, the institute has a free place to make a PhD work. So I give my curriculum vitae to the institute, and I obtain the PhD work.
Okay.
Yes.
What's the most exciting technique that you have learned?
The most exciting technique for me was very exciting to work with the bioreactor, to build the reactor together, and also to autoclavate the photobioreactor. For me, maybe it's the most exciting technique. Yeah. Okay. Okay. The analytic methods are always not always, but sometimes also very exciting. Yeah. As well.
What qualifications did you need to get here for your?
For the PhD.
Yeah.
You need to be. I think it's good that you study an engineering study, because we are working with process engineering, so it is helpful a lot to have the basis from an engineer. And of course, the biology knowledge is also important. And yeah, I think you can learn both, of course, but it's very helpful if you have an engineering study. Yeah.
How did I imagine these skills that you had, did they improve a lot during your PhD, or did you already had most of the?
What I have was the basically analytic method for Porphyridium purpureum that means optical density, pigments determination, protein determination, and fatty acid determinations. We need always these analytic methods to see what happens inside the reactor. And after that, I started to make cultivations with an old reactor in the institute, but I built together with our technical worker this light distribution. So yeah, I work a lot with optic questions because we need a new concept in order to illuminate the photobioreactor. It was absolutely different from the concept that we have until now. So I was working a lot with optical questions, how to bring light inside the reactor, which is the best method, and after that we decide to illuminate the reactor from the outside in order to have less light losses. And maybe that was a skill in which I was working a lot of time. Yeah.
Okay. Did your project lead to a publication?
I write a paper during my PhD work. I was in two conferences maybe 4 or 5 conferences. In one of them I have an oral exposition, and in the others a postdoc exposition. So yeah, and after that, when you finish your PhD work, you should make it public also. Yeah.
How did the people interact during your PhD? Was it very interdisciplinary with different labs working together, or?
In my work, actually not, because we don't have a project. I was working by myself without a project that was paid from, for example, organizations like governmental organizations. If you work during your PhD in some project that is going to be paid from government, you have much more interactions during the work, because there are a lot of institutes that are inside this project, and you have more contacts. In my work, I was working most, by myself.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, there was, in your case, there was no particular cooperation with other countries, or
no? In my case,
really
not, because we don't have a project that.
Are you happy?
I'm very happy. Yes.
To have chosen this field.
Yes. It was actually, I only wanted to make a PhD work in this field.
Okay.
If I knew at the time that if I cannot get this position, this PhD position in this work, I'm going to work in the industry. So it's
for the location.
My opportunity.
Okay. And do you feel happy, welcome in this country?
Yes.
Well, with a good support, supervision, good work conditions.
Yes, I cannot compare the work conditions with Spain because I haven't worked in Spain until now, but for me, I think all the time was a very positive time in the German country. Yes, the work conditions are very good. We have in the labs everything that we need, more or less. If not, we try to buy the things, and the cooperation also with my colleagues are very good. The people want to help you, and you help them, and it's a very nice work here.
Okay. And what are your perspectives now?
My perspectives, actually, I can work during my postdoc time, trying to obtain a habilitation. We will see. I'm not 100% sure what at the end are going to be.
Okay. And how does your job or what you did change the world in your opinion?
We try to change the world, not. Well, actually, in our tema microalgae, there was a lot of hype by using microalgae to win energy, and I think that we can help the world maybe by finding the right reactor that makes sure that you have high biomass concentrations and you don't need to invest a lot of money in order to